the way it's trending right now is better than anyone expected, because I never would have thought that Poku would be this good this fast. He's been a really good NBA player. He's not been a gimmick. He's not been this weird, how do we figure out what kind of player he is? He's been a genuinely good NBA player.
Really quick, before I begin, if you guys can smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, this seriously makes a huge difference to my videos and lets YouTube know to recommend this video to a brand new audience. So thank you so much for doing that, and let's begin.
This one is the most interesting by far, and he's turned into the most interesting player in the NBA, period. But Aleksej Pokusevski.
Yeah, so for me, I've always been pretty big on him. I was scared to put him higher than I wanted to. On my draft ranking, I think I put him around like 18 or 19. But, I mean, he had a top 3 ceiling. Honestly, could be number 1 ceiling in the entire class. So my thing with him is, yes, like, a lot of people will discount him for his horrible production before he went to the G League. But, I mean, he's been a whole different player. I mean, you look at, even though his efficiency isn't that great, he's hitting way more shots, way more difficult shots. He's more confident in the difficulty. And the free throw percentage is pretty good. So I think his ceiling is all-star. Again, I think he's a guy who I'd be very surprised if he doesn't get one all-star in there. I just feel like the development curve is so obvious. But like even right now, after an absolutely horrible start to the year, he's up to 29% from 3, up to league average since the all-star break. I don't see why he can't get there.
I think that with Poku, I was obviously terrified to death of drafting Poku on draft night, and that's why you call it a home run swing, because this could have gone disastrous, or it could have gone the way it's going right now, which I think the way it's trending right now is better than anyone expected, because for me at least, and you're the expert here, but for me at least, I never would have thought that Poku would be this good this fast, because you're right, after the bubble period, he's been a really good NBA player. He's not been a gimmick. He's not been this weird, how do we figure out what kind of player he is? He's been a genuinely good NBA player after the bubble, in the G League bubble. It's where I don't think that anyone expected that within his rookie season, especially with the obstacles of this season with no summer league, no training camp, no preseason to speak of. And he's just been hitting the ground running in this season. I think that gives me a lot more comfortability with this pick, because he's already, to me, playing at an NBA contributing level. So you've turned this home run swing into at least a double in the gap to me. And you still have the potential to come around and score all the way from home, or second, however you want to use that analogy. But to me, if he never gets better than what he is right now, which is borderline impossible, he's at least a quality NBA player that can give you a good look out there and can be a contributor, which that was not always his floor on draft night. There was a possibility where he'd be a just absolute swing and a miss. And I think that we can eliminate already, which is surprising, this swing and the miss factor. Do you agree that you can eliminate that factor from Poku, that he's at least going to be a hit of some sort, maybe not a home run, but maybe a home run, maybe a single or a double or something to that nature, where you're at least not going to strike out? Are you there already after, a little over half a season?
Personally, first of all, love the baseball references. But second, yes, I'm 100% there. He's already exceeded his floor of what I saw pre-draft. I mean, I thought if he had done what he did at the beginning before the bubble for a whole season, that was about what I expected. I didn't think he was NBA ready at all. I thought maybe he needed because he started in the second, I think it was Greek league. I never saw that coming. That was an absolute stunner that he is playing in NBA minutes right now. He's way ahead of the curve. 100%, it's at least a single, just by being this good in this stretch over the last probably month and a half, or I guess month since he's been back in the G League. I've lost track of time, so forgive me on that. But I think that it's just an absolute, he's so much further ahead of the development curve. So yeah, it's a hit.
And he's still going to be, right now he is the youngest player in the NBA. Even after this rookie class, he's still going to be one of the youngest players in the NBA. So he's going to get better than this. And this is already a contributing player that none of us expected right now in year one. So I've done a full 180 on Poku, because I was nervous about him. We've never seen a player like him before, that does the things he does on the floor. That is truly a guard at that 7-foot kind of big man position. That's not going to be a small forward. I just can't wait to see what he looks like in 2 years from now or 3 years from now, after he gets more and more coaching and more ingrained into this system and into this culture, and even America, which I think goes under the radar sometimes, that he's changing cultures in a pandemic, in this random environment, and then gets just stronger. I mean, just grows. I mean, even non-athletes, like everyone's body changes from 19 to even 21 or 22 or 23. Everyone is growing and changing the way that they appear, to where that's going to naturally happen for Poku. Not even to mention, he's also going to get the benefit of having this NBA developmental plan and strength plan and the best, or at least one of the best, developmental teams in the NBA with the Thunder. So I am just so excited for what Poku could turn into. And I think that it'd be shocking if he ends his career without an all-star appearance. So that all-star level player is exactly what Poku can be. And I think that Sam saw it first, and it'll be interesting to see how they go about building teams around all these players, fitting SGA with Poku, fitting whoever they draft with Poku, fitting all these guys around each other. I think that's going to be so much fun to watch how Sam Presti does it.